On the air.
There you go. 5 over. Oh my God, DJ, I am so tired. We stayed in the hotel last night. Neither of us slept. I was up every 15 minutes. I don't know. I had coffee before at the party. I think that might be why. She said the bed was uncomfortable. And then we got up at 6:30. And we rushed back down here, got my son, took him to his basketball game. And now the girls are at a photographer. Jillian's getting all new photos.
I have yet, Doug, to sleep very well at when we're at someplace at a friend's house or in a hotel room or motel room. It's never the same as your own bed and own pillow.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing double. Haven't, but there was no way I was gonna nap because then it would screw up my sleep tonight. So we'll just go to bed early. Hello to Andy. Andy's in the live chat. Hello to Alex. Whiskey 7 Hotel United. We are live from Fort Salonga, New York, with Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie, my good friend Don, a.k.a. DJ. Go ahead, DJ.
Oop, let me get the sound down here. I just brought it up. I didn't know you were streaming. So the question is, did you wear the bottom of your soles out dancing?
My wife's not a big dancer. We had a good time, though. My table was everybody from my company. We had a blast. It was good. It wasn't too late. It was 4 to 9. We left at like 8:45. The desserts were amazing. Absolutely marvelous. And, we had a good time. It was a fun wedding.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, any receptions, weddings we went to, there's always... We'd always request a polka, and Carol and I, we could really burn up the floor dancing a polka. But, man, Doug, those days are long gone, so... But, no, that's good that you had a good time, and it's too bad you couldn't sleep, but that's just what happened, so you'll get a good sleep tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to sleep like a newborn baby. So listen, I'm going to be married 14 years in June. On the 15th year, I think we're going to renew our vows in beautiful St. Martin. And you just put that, I'm going to make sure there's a polka playing. We're dancing the polka that night.
Excellent. My cousin, she'd always grab me, and she was excellent at dancing. Okay, and I'll tell you, when you got done with her, you sat down because you were spun right out. But it's a lot of fun. But boy, I'll tell you, those days are long gone. Gosh, I don't even know if I'd want to attempt it now. But anyhow, yeah, we went to a lot of dances.
Later, Bill.
There was in the wintertime in Taxandria, they had a live band called the Disjardins. And you had a meal, and then afterward there was a dance, and oh god, that was once a month we'd do that, and those, I look back on those things that we did back then, and nobody does those kinds of things anymore.
No, they really don't. They really don't, and it's a shame because it was people were more interactive with each other. It just was it was a nicer time.
Well, there wasn't it wasn't expensive to go out either to these dances, and the New Year's Eve we would go the Catholic school. I don't know what you'd call it. I guess the trustees or whatever, they would put on a New Year's Eve party, and it was, I don't even remember how much it was, but it was all you could eat and drink for the night, and it was very reasonable. And I know what had happened, Doug. It was once they really started cracking down on drinking and driving, that really kind of put a kibosh. And it wasn't like everybody got plastered and was driving. We're responsible in that, but you still had those individuals that, even though they weren't at these parties, drinking in hotels, hotels and bars, and then driving. So it just that kind of put a kibosh to a lot of these social gatherings, dances, and parties and that. So, as I said, things change. It just takes a few bad ones, and then these groups get together, and I think it was MAD, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. They really started petitioning, and it's okay in one respect, but not in another. So we all suffer because of a few idiots.
Yeah, I agree. You have a couple of beers now, and you get pulled over in New York, you're going to jail. And are 2 beers gonna impair your ability to drive? Maybe, I guess. It might slow down your reaction time a nanosecond. But yeah, you're right. It's if you're sitting in a bar all night drinking, you shouldn't be driving. But have a glass or 2 of wine at a wedding and you drive home, you could spend the night in jail. So yeah, those social gatherings were probably definitely paused because of those DWI laws.
Yeah, well, I don't know whether that's changed as far as drunk driving and accidents and that. To be truthful, I'd like to see the statistics, but I don't trust the statistics. When I worked on the highway, we had to fill out all this paperwork, and I'll tell you, they all were all flubbed as far as what we did for salt and sand, and then the miles we drove and all this stuff. They were always kind of embellished. And the stupid part about how the government works, and this is government, tell you had to use up the sand and salt that you were allocated for that winter, because if you didn't, the next winter you wouldn't get that same amount. So we were spreading salt and sand when, you're looking at and thinking, well, I don't see any black ice, I don't see any ice or snow, but the foreman said, don't come back till the truck's empty, so that's government. That's how things are done. But yeah, so it's as I said, our liberties and freedoms are slowly eroding away because of a few imbeciles that cause problems for the rest of us.
What the heck is DJ out there in 75-degree weather putting sand down on the roads? You're 100% right. I'm sure it's the same here. Instead of saving that sand for the next winter, you go spread it when it's 60 degrees out.
Well, before I got hired on full-time in the winter, I drove snowplow and sander for a contractor. So, they would call to get us to come in. So you get the phone call, you get changed and get your winter gear on, and you drive. It's a half hour to there, and they have the truck loaded up. And then by the time you get there, you get out on the road, and I don't see where I need to be doing this. And you radio back, just keep going. It was slippery before, just keep going. And so that's how that works, So once I got on winter maintenance, then, we still had our own stuff, but we also had contractors hired out to come and do the stuff. But yeah, that's you're right, Doug. People would be driving by and looking at you and thinking, what is that idiot doing, putting sand or salt on the road, on the highway? But yeah, that's how it all worked out.
Oh yeah, and who just joined us?
Kilo Bravo 3, Whiskey Bravo Extra.
Oh, Jeff, you're sounding marvelous. I knew it was you.
How did you know it was me?
Well, you two-toned, so it was either you, Art, Dwayne, but you're the one who asked where we were, so it was an educated guess.
Brilliant man. Wise man say, do homework, make respectable guess.
Oh, man, hope you're having a good day. DJ's in here, too. Oh, and Danny, Victor Echo 3, Delta Alpha Golf is in the live chat on YouTube. Hello, Dan.
I've been meaning to ask Danny, do you guys still have it? I doubt if you have any snow up there now. It's probably all gone, right?
Danny, if you're listening, DJ wants to know if all the snow is gone where you're at.
We sound great, and yes, we also look great.
He's currently in Brampton.
And nothing here. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's raining here, and I think up that way as well. But we had some, very mild. We had some really mild weather. When did we go to Sarnia? Friday, and I'm telling you, there's 2 motorcycles out because it was so mild out. So people were walking around without jackets on, and seeing a few people in short.
Oh, it was gorgeous here Friday and yesterday. This wedding I went to, it was like they had an early spring day. But the rain is coming tonight, severe, tonight, tomorrow into Tuesday.
Well, I'm not sure what ours showed. After a rainy Sunday, parts of southern Ontario will see lake effect snow coming Monday, so travel could be tricky in many spots. Well, not for me here.
Well, after Monday, we've got chilly, but a beautiful week. Beautiful. Mid-40s, sunny, no wind.
37 for Monday, mixed precipitation. 30 for Tuesday, flurries. 36, 37, 37, 37. Sunday, 41. Christmas Eve, 40. Well, DJ, that's pretty good. I have 50 degrees today, 40 degrees tomorrow, 32 Tuesday, 41 Wednesday, and 44 Thursday. Yep, 43 in late rain for Christmas Day, 41 for Boxing Day, 37 for the Wednesday, cloudy with showers, so staying around 34 to the end of the month. And then, like I said, guys, I think once we hit January, we get into the second, third week of January, I think that's when the temperatures are going to plummet. Bite your tongue. I hope it stays 35 and above. For the livestock, cattle and pigs and that, it's better if it was freezing cold. This kind of weather is not good for the animals. Right. Well, I took that. If it's too cold, that's not good for me. Well, personally, I like to see get some frost in the ground, get about a foot of snow, and have about 20 degrees Fahrenheit and stay that way with sunshine. But I know we're not going to get that. So, Doug, I did mess with the bottom a little bit, trying to, you know what I mean?
I like it. Refresh my memory. Are you using the Pultec plugin in the X-Air? It's the EQ1A, but I don't know I forgot what they call. Hold on, what do they call it in the X-Air? They call it the X-Tech EQ1. Are you using that as one of your plugins?
I don't know. It's been so long. Let me pull it up and look. I never even pull it up no more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, give it a look. So I have that plugin inserted on my mic channel. That's what gives me the boom boom. So my microphone plugs into channel 3, and I insert that plugin onto channel 3. It's inserted. So hold on, let me pull it up here on the page. let's do this. We'll pull that down here. Okay. So if you have the YouTube on, so here's my mic channel. Hold on. That's my first EQ. I run the Pultec inserted. The pink FX is lit up on channel 3. Then the Sound Maxer and plate reverb, I just run that in line. That gets mixed in at the main. And then the dual combinator is inserted on the main. But I insert the X-Tech EQ1 on my mic channel. And then let me know if you're using that.
All right, give me 1 minute. I'm pulling up the U Live.
You're pulling up my live. Is that what you just said? Because if you are, I'll put it back on the screen.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. KB2UKA live stream.
All right, hold on 1 second. Give me 10 seconds here. I just got to answer my wife.
VE3DIG.
Good afternoon, Caesar. VA3KBC.
Good afternoon there, Don. Nice to hear you on.
Danny.
Talked to you in quite a while. Heard you on, just tuning around the band. Heard you in there with a few other guys. Your guys are all sounding very nicely here in Woodbridge, Ontario, just north of Toronto. And how's everything going with you, DJ?
Oh, not too bad. Can't complain. It's been, so far, the start of the winter here has been non-existent. But I was telling the guys, I've seen this before. And once we get into January, second, third week of January, I think that's when the temperatures are going to drop and we'll probably start getting snow. So it'll make for a short winter, but either way, whatever happens, we just adapt. That's all there is to it. You dress for it, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, even for us in our business, we like it a little bit frozen this time of the year, just to keep the ground nice and hard. And with the mild temperatures and the rain, and things get pretty messy with the earth moving. But I don't mind. I mean, I'm at the age where I don't really like the cold too much, and we do the best we can.
Oh, you just saw that intro, Danny?
Keep going.
That's from a few years ago. It's
a
one of my
little
favorites.
bit of snow on Christmas would be nice, just to give that little atmosphere for the holidays, DJ. But I just wanted to pop in, say a quick hello. I heard you in there. Haven't talked to you in a while, and I know you guys were doing some testing out there. VE3DIG.
Okay, yep. And Danny, he's on the live stream. He's watching the live stream. Doug's live streaming now, so he said to say hi to you.
Okay, yeah, Danny, I guess DAG, VE3DAG, yeah. I haven't talked to Dan in a little while. Met him over the summer there, and say hi back to him, and hopefully we'll catch him on the air soon, DJ, man.
Yep, well, he's hearing you because he's watching the stream, so he heard what you said.
Hello.
All right. Hello, Caesar. It's Doug, KB2UKA, sounding nice into Long Island. All right, Jeff. Are you watching?
No, I got to pull it up again, I think. Hello, Dominic. How are you?
All right. Still didn't get a letter.
Oh, you're waiting on a letter also?
No, I'm not going to get. I'm 2.9. Nobody's going to send me a letter. I'm not even on the radar.
All right, Danny, take care. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get one. That's what I'm saying. It must not have been from that day. All right, Jeff, let me know when you have it up, and then I'll bring the X-Air back up.
Anyhow, 7-3 Caesar.
You getting off, Caesar?
No, Caesar was in here. He might already be gone.
Caesar, hello, goodbye, Merry Christmas. I think we've talked before. W4 dealer. I'm looking for your log.
I ain't found it yet. I'm still looking.
Good afternoon to you, and we might have spoke before. I'm not sure, but I have to check the log if I did log it. But good afternoon to you, and name is Caesar, and what's your name, over?
Roger. I have you anywhere between a 7 to a 9, mostly 9. The fans move around a little bit. The name here is Dominic, Delta Oscar Mike, India, November, India, Charlie, Kilo, or Dom, Delta Oscar Mike. And my call is Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike, so Dom will be fine. I think we've talked before. I remember the name and I remembered your accent. But it may have been once or twice. I don't know if I have it logged either. I don't have my logbook up.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dom. Nice to hear you on again. Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike. Makes sense. Dominic, good old Italian name. Very good. Yeah, you're about a 5'9" here, 59. A good signal. Not as strong as DJ, but you're there. I hear you. And sounding good on this one. I'm located just north of the city of Toronto in Woodbridge, Ontario, about 35 kilometers northwest. Nice to hear you on, Dom. I don't want to hold things up. I know you guys are doing some stuff there. I just wanted to pop in and say a quick hello. VE3DIG.
All right, very good. Yeah. I'm just so you know where I'm at. Just north of Columbia, South Carolina, Lake Waters. Yeah. You live that close to DJ. Oh boy.
We're very close. I don't know, maybe not even 100 kilometers, I don't think. DJ, over?
Let me look here.
Well, I don't know what it'd be like to have DJ for a neighbor. Hope it's good.
130 miles, 209 kilometers.
Oh, a little more than I expected. No problem. Yeah, that's not bad. We always got a pretty good pipeline between us.
Yeah, I've got the beam pointed southeast, so it's not pointed at you because you're at 68 and I've got it at 130. So it's kind of off to the side, but we're close enough. It doesn't matter.
And what beam are you using now, DJ?
It's still the Mosley. It's the Super 33. It's the 3-element tri-banders. 3 elements for 40, 20, and 17. And I have it on a fold-over tower that we built. So if you go to my QRZ page, there's pictures there of how we modified the tower. It's a 48-foot Delhi self-support. It's 30 years old. I had given to me free, and made it into a fold-over. So there's some good pictures there.
Yeah, okay, it's doing a very good job. Yeah, I'm just using a one element here, about 70 feet on the tower. A rotatable dipole for 40 here, and I mean it works pretty good. More for long distance, and it's nice that you could turn it a bit to bring in a little bit the signal better. So works more than I expected. But you're a good solid 20 over here, DJ. Yeah, back to you.
Yeah, the other day, I talked to Sam there in Spain, and we were 20 over to each other. This is on 40 meters. I heard him, so I always have QRZ up and running, so I put in the call sign and seen the location, so I turned the beam that way, and he was getting people calling him, and he'd make a little, contact, and then he'd QRZ, so guys are hollering their call out, and then I just gave mine, and he just picked me right up. He says, "You're 20 over," so so it is nice that way. And I only run 500 watts. ACOM 1010 running 500 watts, but The first thing you have to have is propagation, a good antenna, and a radio and an amp. So if you don't have that propagation, nothing else matters. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie at the bottom of the hour.
All right, KB2 UKA. DJ, you mind if I jump in here real quick with Jeff?
And the antenna, and then, some good feed line into any radio, I guess. And then power. Power helps, obviously. But, very good, guys. I'll be monitoring on the side here. You guys go ahead and take care of some business there. VE3DIG.
Yeah, go ahead, Doug and Jeff. You guys were just trying to do some stuff there.
All right, cool. Hold on. All right, Jeff, so that's a different, that, I don't know if you could do the bass trick with that one. Bring up that plug-in and let me know if it has a low boost and a low attenuator.
Which one?
The green one. I'm running a different version of it. I'm trying to zoom in. I don't think you have the low boost and low ATT control, do you?
Yes, I do. I have low boost, medium cut, high boost.
Ah, yes, but what you don't have, I'll bring mine up. Okay, so if you look at the screen right now, are you on the YouTube?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to bring it back up now. Okay, so this is the X-Tech EQ1. I think you're running the EQ5. I'm not telling you to do this now because you're going to have to mess with it. But if you use this one, you see here it says low boost and low attenuation, okay? The trick with this is a replica of the Pultec EQ1. And what guys used to use the Pultec EQ1 for in recording was to implement something called the Pultec bass trick. So what the trick is, you boost, I'm boosting 1.6, and you attenuate, I'm attenuating 1.6, the same amounts. You boost and attenuate the same amount, and it causes this beautiful low-end response when you boost and attenuate the same amount. Now, I'm boosting at 30 hertz, even though I'm cut off at 50 in the transmit EQ. I still boost at 30. And then I boost and attenuate my high frequency at 5K, but I have the bandwidth set to 10. So it's kind of given like a nice boost to the whole high end, not just at 5K. It's probably going down to like 3.5 and or maybe down to like 4 and up to 6. That's what I would guess. And I'm attenuating at 5K. But the reason I use this specific one is specifically for the bass trick, to be able to boost and attenuate at the same level. When you're bored tonight, YouTube Pultec bass trick, and you'll see what it does.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will. And yours is a little different than mine is.
Yes, because it's a completely different plugin. So if I go here to type, there's yours, the EQ5. You want to use the EQ1. That's the one that lets you, what is my audio off on the YouTube? Oh gosh, was it like that the entire time? Hold on. Igor's telling me my audio. No, my audio should be on YouTube. You guys hearing me on YouTube?
Yes. Yep.
Igor, yes, maybe my audio doesn't sound like it sounds on the radio on YouTube, but that would be expected because I have it EQ'd for the radio. So you're not hearing the RF, you're not hearing it converted into RF, you're hearing it before it goes into RF. So it's always going to sound, if it sounds really good locally on YouTube, it won't sound good on the radio. And if it sounds really good on the radio, it won't sound great on YouTube.
Contact.
Go ahead, contact KB2UKA. What's your call?
Yeah, it's Whiskey Romeo 3 India, WR3I. I'm trying to figure out why my power output on my ICOM 7100 is so low. Can you give me a reading on it? Over.
Well, I've got you S6 to S7 in Long Island, New York, 50 miles east of Manhattan. But your audio sounds loud. You sound louder than an S6, S7. Besides the ICOM, what else are you running?
Well, I have a 7300 here. I don't have it on mine yet. I'm just trying to... I think I lost one of the power amps on my 7100. I can't seem to get any more than, I don't know, maybe 10 watts out. Over.
Well, you're S8 now, but Dominic, why don't you pick them up? Don't you have that radio?
Yeah, I got one of those over here. Are you using any radio control program with that radio?
Negative. I have a antenna tuner, and I thought this antenna tuner might have created a problem for me. So I'm going to try to pull everything off of it and then retransmit. But on the screen of the 7100, there's
let me mute
there's an S meter and then there's a PO meter, which is the power output, and I don't get any. I don't.
I was wondering either that or texting, but okay. I knew it was muted.
VA3 KBC, you still around DJ? VA3 or?
Yeah, Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Kevin there, your neighbor, VA3 Oscar Romeo. I just had a quick question for you if you're not too busy.
Well, you're lucky. Today's Sunday, so I don't charge for any questions that I answer.
Awesome. I've been watching your stuff on YouTube there. You've had some pretty good ones lately. I'm loving that new screen that you're running now with all the stuff on it. What I'm wondering there, Don, I've always ran the doublet the same as you. You know, mine's not quite as elaborate, and it's only cut for 80 here. Ballon. What I can't remember. What Ballon do you run on yours?
Well, Kevin, I have the 4-to-1 Ballon Designs Ballon. The only reason I have that rather than the 1-to-1 is because I have the
right, sorry guys, I had to take a phone call.
0.5 to 1, so if I didn't have that 75 feet of LMR 400, maybe only had 5 feet or 10 feet, then that would be that's where the 1-to-1 would work fine. But anyhow, so if you've been watching some of the YouTube stuff, I'm still working on doing a series of with amateur radio, and it's a lot of work, and I'm learning how to do the editing and stuff like that. But with babysitting through the day and everything, I just haven't had time to go any deeper with it. So probably into the new year, I'll maybe get back at it. And it's not for amateur radio operators, hams. It's for the people out there that don't know anything about amateur radio. So it's going to be very basic and very simple, and giving some explanation and pictures and stuff like that. So anyhow, I hear Doug's got the stream up, not muted anymore. So I think he wants to get going back with Jeff there. So VA3KB. So hope that answers you, Kevin. Your question, Kevin.
Good to go. Thanks there, DJ. I'm going to let those guys get back at it. Yeah, I just I went upstairs for a minute to help the girls bring in groceries, and when I come down and heard a small and I better jump in there before somebody else does. Take care there, and have a great afternoon, and definitely be watching your videos, Don.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Kevin, Rich has done some wonderful work with the fetus here. And then Dan there, VE3DIG, there's a couple of skins that he sent me, the John Deere skins, and also the Star Trek, and also the solar one. So, but with all the updates that Rich has done, it's almost like getting a new radio every time he does the update. So it is a lot of fun. These things, the Anons are just, leaps and bounds ahead of what, in my opinion, of what is out there present. So anyhow, have a Merry Christmas and a healthy and prosperous New Year.
All right, all the best, DJ, and hello to the rest of the group there. And I'm here with VA3OR.
All right, we're back. KB2 UKA. Hello, Kevin. All right, DJ. Yes, I had to mute that. Jeff, let's hear you.
Okay, I don't know how bad it's going to be or how good, but okay, I'm going to wait for my pure signal to kick in here, but it should be pretty good. Okay, Doug, 1, 2, 3, KB3, WBX. My pure signal's still kicking in, but it'll kick in a minute.
No, you're clean. It sounds good. I want to make sure that it's actually hearing your effects, because like I said, that's odd that you don't have any level on the main output. Do me a favor, bring up that Pultec plugin that we were just working on, and just for S and giggles, turn your low boost all the way to the right. So remember what it's on now, but turn it all the way to the right. You should sound over. You should have way too much bass if it's hearing it. Go ahead.
All right, so we'll see if it has way too much boost now. Is it hearing it?
You have it all the way to the right?
Yeah, my low boost right there. It's all the way to the right there, low boost.
Dominic, are you there? DJ, did Dom sign?
I think he's listening in the background. He had to go do something, I believe.
I don't think I heard any change, Jeff. Do you have that EQ? Hold on. Do you have that plug-in inserted on your mic channel?
It's inserted on number 3.
And that's where you have your mic plugged into?
Yes, number 3. Yes, that's where it's at.
Okay. I'm not hearing it unless it's so subtle. Do me a favor and turn. Hold on. Turn the high boost all the way to 10. Let me hear that.
Okay, there's the high boost right there. It's all the way on 10, the high boost.
I think I'm hearing that. All right, put the high boost back to where it was, and put the low boost back to where it was.
All right, now there we're back to sorry, got lazy on the foot pedal. There, it's back to where it was.
Okay. When you talk, bring up the Pultec EQ again. And what is the meter that's in the EQ on the left of the EQ? So it should say Stereo X Tech EQ1, and then all the way to the left, there should be a meter that moves when you speak. What is it peaking at?
Mine is peaking at rated about minus maybe 0, maybe up to minus 20. Is that a minus 20? Minus 20.
All right, turn the gain 2 clicks to the right.
All right, there's 2 clicks to the right, and it's a little bit further, but not too much, about minus 25. It ain't really not up to 30 yet.
Well, okay, so just so we're doing the same thing here. Hold on. The bottom of the meter is like minus 70. Then it goes minus 50, minus 40, minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, minus 5, and then that top line is probably 0. So you're saying you're getting, like I'm peaking at minus 10. You're peaking at between minus 30 and minus 20?
Yeah, I'm peaking right just about at minus 20. I need to go up a little bit. Oh, here, I'll just turn mine up so it matches yours. Yeah, if I turn mine up, no, mine won't match yours. Mine only goes to minus 20. It won't go no higher.
All right, put it back. Put it back. You're overdriving now. Put it back to where it was.
Okay, I'm back to where it was. So, yep, in my mic gain's right there where it needs to be.
All right, good. So, all right. So now, I think what I want you to do. It sounds very, very good. But I want a little more rumble from the Pultec. So put your low boost at 12 o'clock, whatever that number is at 12 o'clock, and put your low ATT at 12 o'clock also, so they're the same.
Okay, there you go. Both at low boost and the others at 12 o'clock. KB3 WBX.
Oh, just leave it there. I think it sounds good. I think you could, I don't want to do this now because I can't see your screen. You could do some surgical lifts in the low end with the EQ, but I don't want to mess with your EQ right now. But it sounds very good. I think it added a little bit more rumble.
All right, Doug. I give you just a little bit more lift on my EQ. I mess with it all the time. I know how to do it. I went from 12 to 13 at 50.
Yeah. Let me hear you again.
All right, there you go. I went from 12 to like 13 on 50 low cut, and that's what I added. It's the frequency's 50. I'm running actually plus 13 now, and there you go. KB3 WBX.
Yeah, bring it back to like 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock. That's too much. I'm hearing the plosives now, so bring it back to maybe 11:30.
All right, KB3 WBX, right there you go. It's 11:30.
Oh, that sounds marvelous.
So now at least I have 2 good scenes I can mess with now.
Yes. So, like I said though, the scene pretty much saves like my input outputs. The profiles I save with the snapshot. I don't change my scene. The only time I would change my scene is if I'm using this thing for something non-ham radio related, like if I'm recording Jillian or something like that for what she needs to do. But otherwise, I just use my snapshots to save my different EQ profiles.
All right, Doug, I got one more thing I want to try real quick. Watch this. I think I can drop that down just a little bit, about 40. That should have made just a little bit of difference. KB3 WBX.
What did you do?
I went in the input side of the mains, and it has the low cut there, and I moved it to 40 hertz instead of 50 hertz.
Okay. No, I hear it. I think I hear it. Hold on. I'm reading something too. Hold on. I'm not sure. Hey, Dom, are you still out there? I wanted another set of ears on it. It sounds good to me, Jeff. It sounds like we didn't make that. I hear a little more low end, but which is a good thing. But we didn't change much, so it sounds very clean.
Right. Yeah. See, I used the other parts, Doug, when I was messing around with mine. I used a dual combinator, or the dual enhancer really adds bass to me.
Yeah, I don't use. I've used the enhancer before. I don't use it anymore. All I'm using is the EQ1, the Sound Maxer, plate reverb, and dual combinator. And then I do any real touch-up EQing inside Thetis. That's it.
Right. Just for giggles, watch this. This is the bass gain, and it has a frequency on my enhancer. It's at 10%. Let's see if it moves. I went to 30%. Could you tell a difference in it?
No difference, which is telling me something's wrong with the routing. I don't know. I feel like the effects aren't making its way into Thetis.
Oh, okay. Anyway, as long as it sounds good, it's as good as it was before, I should be okay then. Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Station.
Hey, Doug. How you doing? Top of the holiday to you, K2TC. How you doing, Jeff?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it sounds like we're having some X-Air fun today. So I was just listening here a little bit.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, I'm not sure, because he told me he doesn't have any signal on his main output. And I'm using an 18, but I still treat it like it's analog, even though I'm all USB. But I insert things on the main output. So I think his output is bus 1.
So what I do is I throw the main out to USB 1 and 2, and that shows up in Thetis as my input to vac into the radio. That's how I do it. And then I make sure that I turn on the sends in each channel on the channel strip side so that they feed the effects side of the channel strips, the right side. Slide them up, of course, and then unmute them and turn them on. And that's the blend portion of the side channel part of the effects. Or you can hit the insert button when you're in the effect, and you can insert the whole thing in the channel itself. I tend to run them sidechain.
Correct. And I think you're running an XR18 like I am, and that's exactly how I do it. For instance, I have the Pultec EQ1 inserted on my mic channel. Then the Sound Maxer I do not have inserted. I don't have the reverb inserted. And then I insert the combinator, the dual combinator on my main output. And then, yes, it turns into USB 1 and 2 for VAC inside Thetis. He's using a 12 or a 16, so he's coming out of the box analog into the back of the Anon, but he's not coming out of the main. He's coming out of, I believe, auxiliary 1, which would be bus 1. So I don't know where the effects are processing, where they're being sent to.
Well, what you should be doing in that case is you should be taking the output of the main and throwing it to the aux if that's how you're getting the cable out of it. I do that for my 101D, my FM Duo, the Alad SDR. I run outputs out of the, really auxes as outputs, and I feed those radios specifically, and then I take them pre-fader. Out to those outputs so I don't crush, the other inputs. But, a few ways you can do that. I'm surprised that you wouldn't be throwing the mix out to the main, but just using USB 1 and 2 to do that. This way you can do multiple mixes of multiple channels besides just the sidechain effect.
Correct. So Jeff, if you're coming out of what says aux 1 on the box, that is bus 1 in the software. So you then would have to mix everything to bus 1, and I don't think that's happening. So, for example, that screenshot that you sent me where the dual combinator was inserted on main left and right, that was correct. I don't think we could do this now, but I think you and I need to spend about an hour and reconfigure it so you're coming out of the main.
Gotcha. Yeah, you guys were too deep for me there. You would definitely we'd have to do a video chat or something, Doug.
Yeah, we could use TeamViewer, and I could work on the software and tell you what to do on the hardware. But he sounds good, Tom, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, Jeff usually sounds good to start with. He's got the right melodic part of his voice working. So, it's kind of not overly bassy like, Pete maybe might be, but it's a great place to start. And once you get to the main and you can get everything, channeled up there, the routing is just a little bit more difficult when you press everything out to your auxes or your outputs. So, I push everything to the main mix, but I do not use the main output on the the connectors, the XLRs to get anywhere. I just take the VAC to USB 1 and 2, and that's what I do. It's just a lot more flexible that way, and then you keep the channel strip alignment intact, you keep the buses intact, you keep your DCA groups intact, all of the stuff that goes along with going into the I/O setup and making sure that you still have the faders working the right way, the mutes, the EQs, the compressor, yada, yada, yada.
Yep. But that's when, he's not using the 18, so you got to do it analog, but you could still come out of the main. And instead of USB, you got, you have your XLR to whatever, I think the quasi-balance input on the back of the Anand. Yeah, the only thing I use the buses for, I come out of the buses analog to my PreSonus subwoofer and then the monitor speakers. That's it.
Am I going to need any different type of plug-in, or can I hook up to the back of the Anand?
Oh, no. It'll be the same. It's, right? Yeah, the main's the same as the auxiliary outputs. It's just an XLR.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys sound great.
Yeah, Jeff, which XR are you running?
I think it's the 12.
Okay, I thought the 12 had the USBs, but I'll go take a look at the manual and see if it does. I tend to like to put the processing up on the USB and then back it. And the reason why I like to do that is when I go and stream, it's a lot easier when I have USB 1 or 2 from the Behringer available also to port to things like banana and potato and banana, the VB stuff, voice meter. When I'm doing Teams and stuff like that, it's just a little bit easier because it's natively already in a quasi-VAC channel on the PC. So just, my preference, K2TC.
Let me just jump in here quick.
Okay, yeah, I got you there. Yeah. Whatever you guys think there, but I'm sure we can get it straightened out and it'll work just fine.
That USB on the front is for recording only.
Yeah, Rick. Rick's in there. N8SCR. I doubled with you. I was saying the same thing. Did you hear that, Tom?
No, negative. What did you say?
There's a USB connector on the 12 and the 16, but that's only for recording to like a USB thumb drive. It will not USB the signal into the computer.
Oh, really? I thought the 16 allowed you to do that, but maybe not the 12. But okay, that's interesting. Yeah, then I would just push everything to the mains, bring the cable out of the main, or just tie one of the outputs to the main so you have a double set, and then go to the back of the Anon.
N8SDR.
Oh, there you are, Rick. 5'9", a little over.
Yeah, the band's not too bad.
We're talking too much technical stuff. We're annoying somebody. That's why we got that keyer there.
Yeah, if
I never hear half that stuff. I just leave the ANF on all the time.
That he got from Art that I sent him, that I sent to Art. Everything is coming out of the mains. That's the way it's routed because that's the only way you can do it on the 12.
Oh, so you hear that, Jeff? So the scene you sent him had everything coming out of the mains?
That is correct.
Yeah, Jeff, so you must have changed something along the way.
I don't think I did. Yeah, that's where everything came from.
Yeah, I know. I can tell by the profile when I first talked to you and heard you.
Well, you got a profile that's set up right. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if it used to send through there. If I did something, I've never really messed with it too much, to be honest with you.
Here's what I think.
That's got that has that profile that's maybe tweaked it a little bit on the EQ, but there's certain other little things in that profile that stand out.
Here's what I think. I think we're just hearing the mic EQ and compression on the mic channel. I don't think we're hearing any of the effects, and it sounds good, but I don't think they're making it out of the box.
Well, they should be going to bus 1.
So if they're going to bus 1, he should be coming out of bus 1 or coming out of the main?
He should be coming out of auxiliary 1 into his radio. That's the way it's set up.
All right, well, that's what he's doing, but he has no output on the main.
Well, he's screwed something up.
Okay. So is bus 1 pretty much mirroring the main?
Pretty much, yes.
Excuse me, but you guys are running too wide. Okay, continue. Good evening, everybody.
Don't make me turn
the outputs are all the same between the mains and the auxes. I'd move the cable over and just fire up the main output.
Hello, Dave.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff. How you doing? You disappeared after you sent me that picture last night.
I got in there on the couch, got to sitting down there scrolling through Facebook. Before you know it, I woke up, turned my radio off, and went to bed.
That's what I figured. I figured you probably fell asleep.
Hey, Dave, what's up, man? Guys, I got to hop out of here. I got to take my son. We got to go pick up our doggies. My wife and I had a wedding last night, and we stayed in a hotel, and the dogs were at a dog sitter. I got to go grab them now. 73, everyone. KB2 UK clear.
73,